Chapter 9. For a second, nobody moves. The alley is just stone, water, and breathing. My own breath is too loud. Martha's is almost silent. Louis doesn't seem to need any. His gaze slides over me like a clerk checking a box, then settles back on her. He tips his head, almost like he's at a police garden party and not in a filthy back street with a wall at my back and steel at my front. "You've run well," he says. "I'll give you that. 3 circles of patrols, 2 decoys, one very annoyed mage on the east tower. He is still counting his missing boots. A few of the knights behind him snort, quickly turning it into cuffs. Martha claps slowly, 3 times. The sound is sharp in the narrow space. "Bravo. Perhaps they will promote you. One more little medal on your chest, He smiles. "It's not the medals I care about." "Then what?" she asks. Her fingers flex at her sides. Tiny red sparks jump between them like nervous insects. "The glory? The thrill of the chase?" "The balance," he says calmly. "And my orders." He finally looks at me properly. I feel like a bug under a magnifying glass. "And this must be Max," he says. "You have caused quite a lot of paperwork for someone with such a short curriculum." I say brilliantly. I know I should say something clever, some kind of a brave one-liner. All that comes out is a damp noise that could mean anything from hello to "I'm going to be sick." Louis doesn't seem bothered. "You're a long way from home," he adds, though one could argue you never quite stayed there in the first place. Ice slides down my spine. He should not know anything about that. About Earth, about Target Fort, about anything. But of course he does, because apparently everyone here gets the memos before I do. Martha shifts, just enough that her shoulder brushes mine. A tiny, automatic motion, like she wants to block his view, even though that's impossible. "You've talked enough," she says. "You have your dogs. I have my teeth. Let us finish this, oui?" He chuckles softly, like she just told a joke at a dinner table. "Always in a hurry, Martha Felicia." "Don't call me that." Her voice drops half an octave. "But it is your name." He savors each syllable. Felicia. Your father chose well. It sounds like broken glass and velvet. "I will show you broken glass in a minute," she snaps. He ignores the threat. His gaze flicks between us once more, and when he speaks again, his tone changes. Not softer exactly, but more formal, like he's reading out some official notice. "You know why I'm here," he says to her. "You are wanted in Almiron for the following: multiple counts of assault, murder, illegal magic, resisting arrest, and gross disrespect of royal authority. You have been offered multiple chances to surrender and refuse them. Your offers are very boring," Martha says. "Also, they involve chains." "Yes," he agrees. "They still do." He shifts his eyes to me. "You, however, are not on any of my lists." I blink. Rain is running into my eyes. I wipe it away with the back of my hand, because if I don't do something with my hands, I will start shaking. What?" "You're not an Almiron subject," he says. "You have committed no crimes under our law that I can prove. You appeared, you ran, you clung." His mouth twitches like he's holding back another smile. "Annoying, but not illegal." "So?" I manage. "So?" He spreads his hands slightly. The knights behind him don't move. Their shields stay locked, wet armor still reflecting the lantern light. "My orders are clear. I am to bring her in, alive if possible, broken if necessary." He inclines his head toward Martha. As for you, Max, he continues, you may walk away. The rain seems to get quieter, though I know that's impossible. My ears are doing strange things. Walk where? I ask. Back, he says simply. Out of this alley, away from this wall, back into the city. There will be another patrol waiting at the next corner. They will escort you to the outer gate and send you on your way. So, that's it? I say. My voice comes out thin and high. I just leave? Yes. He looks almost puzzled. I'd question it. You are not my quarry. I have no wish to waste resources inspecting a stray when there's a wolf in the trap. Martha laughs once. It sounds wrong, too sharp. Oh, that is very noble, très chevaleresque. Let the innocent child go. Is that it? He is not a child, Louis says quietly. He is old enough to have followed you into 3 different kinds of disaster tonight alone. That is not a child, that is... What is the word? He taps one finger gently on his gauntlet. Persistent and very foolish. I'll take that as a compliment, I mutter. Take it as a description, he replies. Nonetheless, I have no warrant for your arrest. I am not in the habit of inventing crimes where none exist. That would be corruption, Martha says sweetly. And we cannot stain the king's perfect dog, can we? His jaw tightens for the first time. The lines around his mouth go sharper. For a moment I see the temper under the eyes. My king does not keep dogs, he says. He keeps tools. Same thing, she shoots back. He lets that one pass. Instead, he looks at me again, straight on, with no mockery now, no distance. Listen carefully, Max, he says. I will say this only once. You may walk away. I will not stop you, nor will my men. You step past me, you go out of this alley, you do not look back. And her? I ask, even though I know the answer. He doesn't bother to pretend. She stays. Martha makes a small, ugly noise low in her throat. I feel her hand brush mine again, a fast, anxious flicker that doesn't match her words at all. Do not play at honor, Louis, she says. It does not suit you. Just chain me already if you can. You are very eager to jump to the last page, he says mildly. I am offering him a chance you never took when you could. I did not want it, she spits. I like my life. He arches an eyebrow. And does he? Silence drops between the words. It's not about the rain or the guards or the wall anymore. It's like the alley itself is holding its breath. Max, Louis says. He says my name like he expects me to listen, like teachers and archmages and mad red-haired girls do. You know what she is. You have seen what follows her. I don't... I start, then stop. Because the usual answers, I don't know, I didn't choose this, I just want to go home. Feel thin, even inside my head now. Louis keeps going. She is wanted here. She is of a Darkwood kind. Certain people in Darton would very much like to see her chained, or dead, or bargained with. His mouth twists a little. Some of those people are not even enemies of mine. Sasha's name hangs unspoken between us like a spark. I can feel it without hearing. You have already been pulled through more than any one life should be, he says. You can step out of it. You can step away from this. No one here will chase you if you walk now. Whatever happens to her will not be on your hands. That's not how it works, Martha snaps. It is exactly how it works, he answers. You just never like the rules. He shifts his sword slightly in its chest. The knights behind him brace. Not attacking yet, just waiting, like a mussel about to jump. All I have to do is say okay. Step to the side, Walk past the man with the perfect armor and the two calm eyes. Let the alley swallow me in the other direction. Go back to the slums and the market, and if I'm lucky, find someone with a portal who doesn't hate me. I could pretend I never saw her again. Pretend I never saw Sasha's corridors either, or Alinis's golden light, or White Rock's empty corridors. I could be the guy who wakes up sweating from bad dreams and says, weird? And goes to school anyway. The guy who ignores the thing at the corner of his vision because it's easier that way. I have been that guy for most of my life. Martha takes half a step sideways, just enough that we're shoulder to shoulder. She doesn't touch me this time. Her hands are loose at her sides now, with claws out, ready. I can feel the shake in her shoulders even through the cloak. Go, she says, without looking at me. Her voice is suddenly very flat. He is right. This is not your fight. I stare at her. Did you hit your head? Oui, she says. On you, repeatedly, all night. A weak joke, automatic. Then, quieter. I can handle this. What, alone? It is how I do things, she says. I get in trouble, I get out, or I do not. Either way, it is mine. And if they kill you? Then they kill me. She shrugs one shoulder. You will forget. You're good at that. That one lands like a punch. She doesn't say it to hurt me. It's just the truth as she sees it. But I flinch anyways. Louis watches all of this like he's seeing an experiment he expected but still finds it interesting. You see? He says softly. She will make your choice for you if you let her. She always has. Everyone does. Your world, her world, my king's world. You have been carried, Max, from place to place, war to war, pocket to pocket. He tilts his head. For once, make a choice that is not just falling. I realize that my legs are already moving, not away from Martha, not towards Louis either, just one small step forward. So I'm not directly behind her anymore, but next to her. Her head snaps towards me. Max, what are you... I swallow hard. I have no brave speech. My hands are shaking. My knees feel like they're made of wet bread. If you take her, I tell Louis, and my voice wobbles on the first word but somehow holds. You take me. It's not loud. It doesn't need to be. In the narrow alley, it still bounces off the stone. I'm not going anywhere, I add. The silence that follows is different. It's not empty. It's full of 100 tiny reactions. One of the knights shifts his weight. A drop of water falls from a shield. Someone mutters under their breath. The rain is tapping on helmets like fingers on a table. Martha stares at me, like I just grew a second head. For a moment, all the usual masks fall off her face. The smirk, the teeth, the lazy amusement. What's left underneath looks raw, young, terrified. Idiot, she says softly. There's no heat in it. Yeah, I say. I know. Louis exhales through his nose, half laugh, half sigh. I can't say I am surprised, he says. White knight syndrome runs deep in some of you, even when the lady in question has fangs. He turns his head slightly. Formation. The line of knights tightens. Shields lock. A few lower pikes. Others draw out strange length of chain that glimmer with damp, ugly light. The metal looks wrong, like it doesn't reflect the lanterns quite properly. Louis draws his sword at last. The blade is slim and very plain. No jewels, no runes. The rain hits it and hisses, running away. You understand, he says, with his eyes on me again, that this makes you an accomplice. I guess so, I say. My teeth are chattering. I'm not sure if it's from cold or fear. Not sure I ever read the law books here. I can arrange for some in your cell, he offers. You have a weird sense of humor, I say. At least I have one, he replies. Martha bares her teeth. Are we done talking? For now, he says. Last chance, Max. There is still room for one more bad decision, either way. I don't move. My feet have forgotten how to go in any direction that isn't beside Martha. Very well, Louis says. He raises his sword a fraction. Take them. The knights start forward, slow and sure. No dramatic charge, no roar. Just that steady drumbeat walk. Chains clink, lanterns swing. Martha moves too, but not the way I expect. She doesn't throw a blast. She doesn't jump at them. Instead, she turns to me so fast I barely see her move. Before I can react, she grabs me, with her both hands fisting in front of my soaked shirt, and puts me against her. Hey, she kisses me. It's not soft. It's not careful. It's like she's trying to leave bruises with her mouth. There's rain in it, and iron, and panic, and something that might be an apology. Her hands are shaking hard enough that her claws almost tear the fabric. My brain explodes into white noise. For a moment, the alley, the guards, Louis, the wall, the storm, everything drops out. There's just her, pressed against me, too cold and too warm at the same time, her hair smelling like wet smoke, her lips being hard and urgent and very real. Then it's over. She pulls back, with her breath sharp, eyes burning brighter than any lantern here. Sorry, she mutters, with her voice rough. In case you die. Great timing, I croak. She turns, keeping one hand hooked in my shirt, dragging me with her as she faces the line of knights again. The world rushes back in. Boots, chains, steel, Louis's calm face, the wall at my back, the water at my feet, and something else. In the mess of sensation, her grip, my hammering heart, the cold on my skin, I feel a hard, small shape press into my hip. For a second I think it's just the wall. Then my brain catches up. It's in my pocket. Rectangular, heavy, slightly warm. The device. Such a stupid, awful, life-saving red-button brick. I remember her bored voice in my bathroom. If you're hearing this, you probably messed up again. This is an emergency beacon. Press the red button to get out of whatever you got yourself into. Martha's arm is like a band of steel around me now. Her body is a wall between me and the knights, as if she could physically shield me from an entire royal guard. Red light is starting to seep around her fingers again, despite the rain. Louis lifts his sword a little higher. Chains first, he calls. Do not kill her unless she makes you. Oh, I will make you, Martha snarls under her breath. The knights step in. They're close enough now that I can see individual raindrops on their breastplates, the tiny dents and scratches on their shields. One of them has a little mark on his left gauntlet in the shape of a crescent. My brain lashes onto that stupid detail because it's easier than thinking about the rest. My hand moves almost without me deciding. It slides down, away from Martha's fist, on my shirt, into my pocket. My fingers close around the cold metal. The red button's light is faint under the wet fabric, but it's there, pulsing softly like a heartbeat. If it fetched me into this mess, maybe it can rip us out of it. Or maybe it will just do what Sasha wants and drop me somewhere worse, alone. The knights are only a couple of steps away now. Chains are dragging through the water, scoring little lines in between the stones. One of them swings a length of metal experimentally. It hisses when it moves, like there's some spell built into it that the rain doesn't like. Martha tightens her hold on me, and without thinking, I tighten mine on the device. I don't have time to think it through. They're just this. If I do nothing, they will take her and probably me. If I do something stupid, at least it's my stupid. My thumb finds the edge of the red button. Max, Martha whispers, so low I barely hear it over the rain. I don't know if it's a warning or a plea. Louis flicks his sword forward in a crisp little motion. Now, he says. The knights surge that last half step. Chains rise. I press. Heat jumps up through my hand, bright and wild. Red light licks between my fingers, staining the rain. And then everything drops out.